What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the top 8 best mods in Grounded 2. So I found mods that will give you new skins, item spawners, new cheat modes, then even ability to build structures anywhere, so in caves, on top of random items and much more. No matter if you want godlike powers, more creative building options, or just a way to make your survival a bit less grindy. For all of these I've got you covered. And of course, every single mod I mention will have its link waiting for you in the description below. They're very easy and quick to download, which took me about 60 seconds to start using. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 or 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, then input our details and pay. After payment is complete, we will receive activation key, then copy and paste the key in, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link description and check out Instant Gaming for yourself. So let's kick things off with a mod that basically gives you every single item in the game. I'm talking about the item spawner. With this mod downloaded, you can summon any item in your game instantly. You want a stack of rare materials that usually take hours of gather. Done. Need an emergency weapon after a wolf spider decides to crash your peaceful afternoon? Just press couple of clicks and you're armed to the teeth. It's perfect for players who want to test builds without spending hours of grinding. If you want to try a ridiculous base idea that would normally take 400 VD teams, then go for it. Or maybe you just want to roleplay as the neighborhood's ultimate overlord, with an arsenal that would make a mantis jealous. I'll be real, this mod is a bit cheaty, but sometimes having this creative freedom to experiment without the grind is what keeps the game fresh. If you're doing challenge runs, speed builds, or just want to see how many chops it takes to stop a ladybird larva, then this is your tool. Then for number 2, I have 3 mods in one. If you want to freshen up your look in Grounded 2, then these 3 skin mods will bring some serious style to your adventure. First, the EV Raider mod transforms your character into a Fortnite skin. Then second, we got the BB Bonesy, which is a quirky and fun skin that adds a bit of personality and humor to your PD, so the skin replaces him. It's perfect if you want to stand out while battling bugs. And then finally, the Ridiculous mod gives you a wild, magical vibe, with a skin that looks like it stepped right off a fantasy story. It changes the roach to a less scary look for those who find them a bit creepy. Just keep in mind, these mods don't affect the gameplay, but only add a cool and unique visual flair to your character that makes playing them more immersive and fun. Next up we have Better Survival Modes mod. Survival in Grounded 2 is already intense, but Better Survival Modes mod takes that intensity and cracks it up or down. Here's the thing, the vanilla survival modes are fine, so this is where the Better Survival mode comes in. It tweaks the rules, as it adds more options and lets you tailor your experience. Maybe you want a slower paced, relaxed survival, where you focus on base building without worrying about the hunger bar plummeting every 30 seconds. Or maybe you want the opposite, a brutal high stress mode, where every night feels like a bug invasion. This mode lets you customize everything. You can adjust the difficulty sliders, resource scarcity, combat pacing, and even the weather severity to craft a survival challenge that's uniquely yours. If you've been feeling like survival mode was either way too easy or too punishing, then this is the perfect way to fine-tune it until it hits that sweet spot. Then for number 4 mod, we have more active mutations. You know that moment when you find a mutation that changes your playstyle. Maybe you start sprinting faster, or hitting harder, or even taking more hits without flinching. Well, in Vanilla Grounded 2, you can only have so many actives at once, and that's fine. But what if you could stack more of them together? And that's exactly where more active mutations lets you do it. It increases the limit of how many mutations you can activate, which means you can combine abilities in the ways that the devs never intended. Want to be a stealthy speed demon who also punches like a wrecking ball? Go for it. Or perhaps you want to be a tanky builder with insane hauling strength and instant stamina recovery. Well, you can do that as well. The fun here is just not in being overpowered, it's in experimenting. You start to find weird, unexpected synergies between mutations that change how you approach fighting, exploration, and even resource gathering. If you ever feel restricted by mutation cap, then this is your ticket to breaking those limits and seeing how crazy your character can get. Then for number 5, we have the Player's Tweak mod. Alright, time to talk about the pure, unfiltered quality of life improvements. This one is basically a menu of upgrades that you wish that the base game had from the start. You can run faster, swim faster, even zipline at the lightning speed and much more. Your carry capacity can be multiplied so high that you will feel like a Hulk. You can tweak stamina use, so you don't have to stop every 2 seconds to catch the breath. It's not just about the speed and the power, it's about removing those little annoyances that slow the game down. If you're someone who enjoys building huge, interested bases, or you just want exploration to feel snappier, then this mod is a lifesaver. And of course, the best part, you can adjust the settings to find your own balance. Want a slight boost to the hauling capacity? Well, go for it. Want to turn yourself into a bug hunting demigod who moves like lightning? Well, that's possible as well. Now let's talk visuals and performance. Grounded 2 already looks fantastic, but Definitive Engine Tweaks mod makes it look and run even better. This is for the players who want every blade of grass, every droplet of water, and every tiny ant to look like it's straight out of a Pixar movie. But without lowering your FPS. It comes with multiple presets, so you can choose between cranking the visuals to the jaw-dropping or dialing them back for buttery smooth performance. It fixes things like the pop-in, lightning oddities, and the post-processing issues. And if you're the type of who hates motion blur or the chromatic aberration, well then just click one button and remove it. This mod basically gives you the control panel that developers use behind the scenes, which lets you tweak Grounded's 2 Unreal Engine to fit your exact setup. For me it's simple, once you've played with this mod, it's hard to go back to vanilla. Next up we have a mod that I like to call as a god mode, so it's time for something a little mischievous. The Grounded 2 command list mod is basically like a god mode for your game. It unlocks the entire cheat command system right at your fingertips. You want the infinite health? Done. Unlimited stamina? Easy. Teleport across the map like you own the backyard? Well, absolutely. You can spawn creatures, instantly heal, skip the grind for materials, or just mess around with the environment like you're a director of your own bug-based action movie. And yes, I know some of you will say bug cheating ruins the game, and that's fair if you're doing a survival playthrough, but if you just want to explore, experiment, or create insane scenarios for your friends, then this mod is an absolute blast. And now finally, let's end with the mod for all the builders, which is called the Building Freedom Light. One of the best parts about Grounded 2 is it's building your dream base, but sometimes the building system says no, when you just want to put a wall there or a floor here. Well, Building Freedom Light takes away all of those restrictions. It lets you place structures in ways that vanilla game normally won't allow. This means you can make bigger, wider, and more creative buildings without constantly fighting the snapping system. You want a floating platform above the pond, then build it. You want to turn the giant oak tree into a multi-level skyscraper? Then go for it. Even though it's called light, the creative possibilities it unlocks are anything but small. It's that kind of a mod that makes you start a whole new save just to build something ridiculous. I personally like to build my bases in caves and on top of weird spots, and this mod allows me to do it with nearly 100% freedom. And here you have it. These are my picks for the top 7 best mods in Grounded 2. So let me know what you think about these mods in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then you definitely don't want to miss my previous video, where I showed you the top 3 best builds, fun based locations, and many more fun things in Grounded 2. So click the screen now and I'll see you in the next one.